Alrighty, here's my Sears Kenmore electrically reversible 20-inch box fan, but this cabinet with this fan actually measures 24 inches long ways and 22 inches vertically. Does have a thermostat, and this thermostat does work indeed, and as does its pilot light, but I don't want to demonstrate it for this video. I don't really like messing with the thermostat on this fan just because it is old, and this fan does have a Westinghouse PSC motor. It is pretty old, and I just feel like it could be problematic if I mess with this thermostat too much. I like this fan. I like it. I like seeing it run. I don't use it very often, but I do use it every now and then. Pretty big, thick fan, and a really big, thick cabinet. Apparently, there was different variations of this fan, like window fan, and I guess smaller box fans. I think Kenmore had the Roll-O-Matic, I think it was called. It was pretty much the same, not the same exact design, but the blades were similar. And might have had a different motor, but yeah. This fan originally did not have a handle, so I went ahead and installed a cabinet handle here. Works pretty well. It damn well needed it, because this thing is heavy, very heavy metal here, which is good. It's really good, effective fan. I'm not going to say efficient because it likes the juice. Runs on high speed. This thing takes about as much as a modern, small, bedroom air conditioner. Yeah. Pretty thick cabinet in there. I did have to. I found this fan in the basement of an old house that was getting ready to be remodeled. It was abandoned for a little while, and found this one in the like 70s Hunter box fan that was plastic 7-wing blades. That was not in the same spot in the house, but it was in the same house. The other fan was upstairs, but this one was in the basement. It did have a stand attached to it originally. Sadly, the stand didn't make it. It was pretty musty down there, and this fan actually carried that odor with it when I took it out. It was pretty musty smelling, and it was originally a pretty dark, like mocha brown, I guess, or like more like chocolate brown, and which wasn't bad. I mean, I guess for that era of fans, it was pretty common color, but I don't know, it just it was kind of rusted. This cabinet was starting to kind of have surface rust. Thankfully, nothing was eating through yet, but yeah, it just needed a repaint, and I went ahead and decided to paint it this swimming pool blue, which just fits it kind of well, I guess. Still debating, I might repaint this thing one day in the future, different color, but yeah. Yeah, big fan's got plastic grill here on the front. It's pretty thick. They were yellowed. It looks like there was once maybe a badge here that more than likely fell off. Yeah, they were yellowed, so I went ahead and repainted them a kind of a darkish, or more or less like whitish gray, which looks kind of nice. Back. Yeah, pretty beefy constructed fan here, and there's a Westinghouse motor. I was told. There's nowhere, doesn't have any motor information anywhere available on the motor itself. Didn't, but there is, however, the model information right here. It is a 480-819-71, which I'm not sure. I mean, it leads me to believe this fan's possibly early 70s, maybe even late 60s. It's hard to depict a date exactly for this, but yeah, still a good running fan. Kind of an odd model. I've never seen any. I mean, for my area, you don't see these that common. These kind of fans. Got the. I had to attach a new plug for it, non-polarized. Originally, it did not have a core when I found it, so I bumped the motor with a piece of 12-2 Romex, and it did, in fact, buzz. So indicated to me that it was still working. It just needed oil, and this motor does not have its own oil ports. I haven't installed any yet. pretty much had the blaze off and just kind of tilted the fan forward and backward and got oil in there the best I can, and it worked. And fan's been working great ever since. And then plug it up here. Got the amp draw meter. And tuning my favorite station on intake. Here's high. Pretty loud fan. Pretty loud. Really efficient. Yeah, so he likes the juice. It's drawing pretty high amperage, 353 watts. Down to medium. Medium's a little more contemporary, I guess. Drawing about as much as a second G McMillan would be on medium speed. And low. I like low speed with this fan because it's actually quite quiet. I imagine this fan was probably ran mostly on low speed when it was in full use before. Switch it to off. Coast down's pretty long on this. So, alright, now we're going to fire it up on high on outtake. Quite a different blade sound on it on exhaust setting because they're pitched different. It is, yeah, in fact, moving a lot of air on exhaust mode. Not using quite as much power in exhaust mode either. Medium. So yeah, it's still about drawing about what a McMillan would on medium speed. 80s and 90s McMillan. Low. These grills still a little raggly, as most plastic grilled fans from the 70s kind of tend to get. But still pretty somber low speed. 118 watts and 1.1 amps. Medium, high. I almost thought I might have thrown it into intake on accident. You really never want to do that. Switch a reversible fan to intake while it's still moving. Anyways, here's my Sears Kenmore. Big ass box fan, pretty much. Like this thing. Plan to keep it forever. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.